Hello, all. I'm your sleep doctor, Monica, and welcome back to Sleep Moksha. So, the results are out. 84% of the respondents reported having intense and vivid dreams. Today, we are talking about quorn dreaming. And in the past couple of months, I have been hearing it from my clients about having intense, vivid, and disturbing dreams, and interestingly, remembering most of them to report. Others have been complaining about having restless nights with frequent awakenings because of nightmares, leaving them feeling low, irritable, groggy, tired, and anxious the next morning. We have talked about it before that a large number of people are reporting insomnia symptoms, the restless awakenings, wired mind. People have been reporting that they have racing thoughts, that they're unable to pause at night and get some quality sleep. So whether that's dreaming too much or remembering them or having interrupted, disturbed sleep, it really doesn't come across as a total surprise. With these unprecedented times, so many people are experiencing disrupted sleep due to increased fear, there's anxiety, there are no routines or there are new routines and there are new habits. Of course, there is social isolation, and then most of us are working from home, and there's a lack of exposure to natural light as we are staying indoors. For some, it is the increased intake of tea, caffeine, and alcohol. There's also boredom and overwork, and there is massive uncertainty about what lies ahead of us. Also, most of our coping strategies for stress, like going to a gym, meeting colleagues and friends, they are restricted right now. And all of this is leading our bodies to be in a constant state of flight or fight response, which we know is totally incompatible with sleep. And that's the reason why sleep specialists like me viewed COVID-19 as a perfect sleep storm. So, talking about quorn dreaming, unprecedented times like COVID-19 stirs up our dreams. What we witnessed was a total shutdown of worlds, leading to collective anxiety, unrest leading to drastic changes in our sleep patterns, and also affecting our sleep cycles. Also, during previous viral epidemics like SARS and tragedies like tsunamis and earthquakes, there had been increased incidence of weird dreams and nightmares because of intense fear and uncertainty. So it's not completely new. Apart from my survey, a recent poll of more than 2,000 people showed 53% of the respondents has had an increase in vivid and intense dreams since quarantine began. Talking about themes, some of the common themes that my patients have reported, some of them predate the COVID-19, like seeing storms, stuck in an elevator, being suffocated, chased by a lion. Other seem more pandemic specific, like the loved ones catching the virus or forgetting masks at home, and unavailability of sanitizers and groceries, or seeing ventilators, or vaccines, seeing their loved ones who are no more. Also, a couple of them reported bugs attack or insects attack. So these are some of the common themes, which I have been hearing from my clients. Now, coming to why we are dreaming more, let's understand that the pandemic is unlikely to increase the amount of dreams we actually have, but it's likely to increase the amount of dreams we remember. What I mean is that we may not be having more dreams, but sleep schedules disrupted by coronavirus crisis allow us to remember them more. So, in terms of sleep science, we call it higher dream recall. So, people are remembering more of their dreams, and what is happening is that they are taking upsetting dreams or nightmares into the following days, as a result of which they are experiencing higher stress levels during the daytime, which is affecting their mood, their emotional balance, and their overall quality of life. So, due to increased fear, uncertainties, due to increased anxiety, we are experiencing more interrupted sleep, and the more likely we are to remember our dreams with disturbed sleep. The more the number of awakenings, the more chances to register the dream in memory. Whereas when we enjoy a good night's sleep, where we do not have interruptions or where we do not have frequent awakenings, the dream memory just fades. Also, what is happening is that a lot of people are sleeping more. So people are reporting daytime hypersomnolence than usual. Resultantly, there are longer sleep durations than usual, which means more dream sleep. And it is not proportional. Our last REM cycle of the night is the longest and more deep in REM, which is responsible for long vivid dreams. So this is when we are sleeping more, or hypersomnolence. Now, when we talk about insomnia or difficulty falling asleep, maintaining sleep, and early morning awakenings, many of the insomnia patients are also reporting a higher dream recall. If one is simply sleeping a shorter time or is suffering from insomnia, then there is less dreaming. However, if less sleep is because of disturbed, um, you know, interrupted sleep cycles and schedules, there is frequent awakening that can be due to anxiety or that can be due to poor health, etc., you are likely to awaken out of more dream sleep or REM sleep. As a result, you are able to recall dreams more, but not actually dreaming more. So the recall is again more, in patients with insomnia, because of the simple reason that they are awakening out of more dream sleep. So, what is it that can be done if you're struggling with bad dreams? The good news is that there are ways you can improve your sleep and also minimize nightmares. So, one way of improving your sleep is by having a consistent bedtime and wake up time. Power down an hour before bedtime, stop consumption of blue light coming from electronic devices. I have talked about the dark side of blue light in my previous video. So, if you want to really understand the connection between blue light and poor sleep, I suggest you to refer to my previous video. I have talked about it before also about how consuming corona news right before bedtime can actually make it worse. So stop consuming corona news right before bedtime. Restrict looking at the coronavirus news or updates only a couple of times a day. Obsessive tracking of the latest updates regarding pandemic, as I mentioned, can only make it worse. Also, what is important is to understand that with what frame of mind you go to bed affects the content of your dreams. So studies reveal that our anxiety and pessimism, our peace of mind and positivity, they have a direct influence on subject matter and emotional content of our dreams. And that's the reason why we emphasize on having a pre-bedtime ritual, which includes downtime or unwinding time before your bedtime. So it can be as simple as going through your photos, from your previous happy vacations, or reading a book. Also, what I feel works really well is expressing gratitude before sleeping. It is something that I practice on a daily basis. So keeping a gratitude journal before going to sleep is essential for a good night's sleep, and also launching into next morning in a more positive and hopeful frame of mind despite our daily hassles and stressors. And if you feel that despite your best efforts, you are still struggling with poor sleep or restless sleep, and you are waking up feeling unrefreshed and groggy, and if the nighttime nightmares conditions persist, I would suggest that you see a sleep expert for detailed evaluation. So this is what I have for you today on Coran dreaming, but I'll be back very soon with another interesting sleep topic. Till then, take good care of yourself and sleep well.